for Buatsi to get back on sort of track after his loss to Callum Smith?
Fight of the year.
I think he's got to stop holding back and do it.
Yeah, he's got really good power.
He's got all the tools, it's whether he puts them together.
And I think Buatsi can be a world-class operator. The fight that I'd love to have seen was Buatsi Yard.
Benavidez beats Yard. You've got Yard available.
Bivol v Crawford, yes or no?
No.
I agree with you.
Welcome back to BoxCast. In this episode, we're going to look at the upcoming fight between Joshua Buatsi and Zach Parker, taking place on the 1st of November 2025 at the Co-op Live Arena in Manchester, UK. This will be shown on DAZN, I think, in both the US and the UK, and probably worldwide. Start with a tail of the tape. It is Joshua Buatsi has a record of 19 wins, 1 loss, 0 draws. 20 fights in total, 13 wins by KO. He's age 32. He's 6'2", 188 centimeters tall, 74.5-inch reach, 189 centimeters. And this is a light heavyweight, so it's 175 pounds, 79.4 kilos. And he fights out of an orthodox stance. Zach Parker has a record of 26 wins, 1 loss, 0 draws, 27 fights in total. 18 wins by KO. He's age 31. He's 6 foot tall, 183 centimeters. He's got a 74-inch reach, 188 centimeters. He's 100. It's the weight is the same, and he's got fights out of an orthodox stance as well. So it's all British light heavyweight fight. For Buatsi to get back on sort of track after his loss to Callum Smith.
Fight of the year.
Mm-hmm. It was a very good fight. This another tough fight, you think? Zach Parker has a good record as well, but only when he stepped up John Ryder, but that was a super middleweight he's lost.
It's a good test for Buatsi.
Mm-hmm.
But
I apologise for the strange sound on the background. I don't know what that is.
it's a seagull getting murdered by a lawnmower.
Is that like a description of this fight?
Yeah.
Seagull getting run down by a...
No, Buatsi for me, obviously, I've been a fan of Buatsi for a long time, and then I've become a little bit disinterested in him. Just because of, I thought, he never gave 100%.
Like he was given everything, isn't it?
Yeah.
In the fight, I think we've complained about that a few times, isn't it? You always thought he's in second or third
He
gear.
just seemed to do enough to get the win. Against Callum Smith, he showed something which I didn't think he had, which was bloody heart and guts, because it was a war and he was hurt several times in that fight, but come back. And although Callum Smith won it comfortably, it was a close fight.
Yeah.
But even in that, I still think there were times in that fight that Buatsi was still not
in his shell. It still could have done a bit more.
Yeah, done a bit more. And I think it's levels of opposition for Buatsi. I think if he...
Well, we've sort of said, is he actually motivating these when he stepped up? Because against Callum Smith, he was a lot better than it is. It's just that Callum Smith is really good as well.
Yeah, really. You know, Callum Smith's a world-class operator.
Yeah.
And I think Buatsi can be a world-class operator. He's just got to put the pedal to the metal, if you like.
I think he's got to stop holding back and do it.
Yeah, he's got really good power. And he's got knockout power.
Mm-hmm.
But he
does it in fits and bursts.
And it's like he'll do it and then admire his work.
Yeah.
And go,
and then step back and look, and you give him the opposition either time to recover, time to breathe again, do it, instead of just going
just
like a train and go through them.
Go in there and show that these guys, they're not on my level.
Yeah.
And I think that's the message he needs to
well, I
put
think
out
to get
there.
back on track in this year, he should steamroll Parker, even though Parker's decent, but he hasn't been in against really, really great opponents. When he stepped up, he's lost. So he's only stepped up once, but yeah, it's still a dangerous fight. But
because
if Buatsi goes full power,
because this light heavyweight division, it's got some huge names in it.
Yeah.
And
so there's potentially huge fights, lucrative fights.
It's one win away from you're going to be you're in a mega
mix.
fight.
Widici was against Callum Smith. That was really for him to win.
You've got Bivol, Beterbiev, Anthony Yard, Benavidez fighting. All right, the fight that I'd love to have seen was Buatsi Yard.
Yeah.
I still think that's a great fight, even if Yard loses. I think
that's another. If Buatsi can win this one, then that's the next.
Yeah, it's a great fight. You have got Callum Smith. There's 6, 7.
Well, he's put himself back in that mix by beating Buatsi.
Yeah, well, he's meant to be fighting.
Whereas really, we thought he was on the decline.
Yeah. So again, it's a bit like the heavyweight division, the light heavyweight division, because you've got the undisputed. Although I think Bivol has given up one of the belts now. You're fighting for positions, and people aren't wanting to risk their number one spots. But if them belts become fragmented, you want to be in that line.
Well, the thing is that the trilogy for Bivol, Beterbiev's been put on sort of pushback. Beterbiev's got another fight. So obviously he's available, fights, huge name, big, draw. I think their fight might be for a belt, which is why he's had to give one up.
Yeah, I think that's Benavidez Yard might be for a belt.
Or Benavidez Yard, one of them is. But then you've got them, potentially 2 big fights. Warm-up ones, if Benavidez beats Yard, you've got Yard available. Callum Smith there as the step-up fight. There's Morel is still in that division and swimming around. There's a fair few decent fights in Ramirez as well. The Cuban fighter, isn't it, I think?
Is that who they're talking about, Callum Smith fighting, I think?
It might be.
No, David Morrell, they're talking Callum Smith fighting.
Yeah, which is a good fight. Morrell's a good fighter, so is Callum Smith. And, it's an interesting fight. But Morel is a little bit one of these as well. And if he turned it on for the whole thing, you think he's got the skill. He's a Cuban fighter, not the Ramirez, isn't he? Ramirez is... I mixed them up, isn't it?
So, yeah, for Buatsi, I think get this win and then you're straight back up there.
He's back in the mix. If he loses, obviously, then it's a bit more... then it's a bit more tricky. But I think really this is a build fight for him. And no disrespect to Zach Parker, but I think...
Because according to, the WBO, Zach Parker's ranked number 3 and Buatsi's ranked number 6. So obviously Buatsi would take that ranking off him then.
Yeah. And then you're behind Morel and Beterbiev.
Yeah, you could be fighting again. He could be fighting the winner of Callum Smith Morel for a title fight, if the titles become available. And again, who wouldn't want to see that fight again? I would. For Parker, again, he's had a good few wins. Controversial one last time. Or was it the time before against Williams when I think he dislocated his shoulder. So this is a big fight for Parker. So I think he's going to...
It's an opportunity for Parker.
Yeah, and he's going to think
the underdog, so you've got
he's one of them. We talk about the big 3 in the light heavyweight division. British is Callum Smith, Yard, Buatsi. Parker pissed off that he's not mentioned in that.
Well, you would be.
So he's got a point to prove. Of hold on a minute, you're forgetting about me here.
Well, if he wins, he's in that. Buatsi drops out, and then it's them 3, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really? So, yeah, it's a huge opportunity. It is. It's like the only other fighter he's fought to that level is John Ryder, isn't it? So this is probably the best. This is the best fighter light heavyweight he's going to fight. I don't think any of the.
But then you've got what's his name, haven't you? That's just signed with Matchroom, Ben Whittaker. All right, I know he's only 9 fights in, and very, very controversial, but.
he's one with the potential.
He gets a couple of wins on the spin, and he's going to be calling out the likes of Buatsi, Yard, Callum Smith. So, and they're big fights.
Yeah,
domestically.
Well, the thing is, you've got following for all of them, so it's a huge thing. But Parker probably hasn't got as much following as
the light heavyweight division.
But he will have if he gets. He'll go up in the rankings if he beats.
Yeah, the light heavyweight division in British level is fantastic, and they can make 3 or 4 fights just at British level, which would be amazing. And at world level, it's fantastic. But our British fighters are all world level as well. It's a really exciting division.
Well, it's a chance for Parker to replace Buatsi in that like world level in the Smith Yard. It becomes Smith Yard Parker then, isn't it? And he's already high on the WBO. Yeah. And then obviously you would think then he's got like a Callum Smith fight or something in him. Well, if Callum Smith Morrell gets made, whoever the winner of that is, you likely got that.
You're going to start calling out big names, aren't you, if you're Parker?
Yeah. Well, if you get past Buatsi, you're in that thing, isn't it? And then it's like, and the obvious one is Callum Smith or Yard if he manages to pull off a shock against Benavidez. But you got a Morrell, you got Ramirez, there's other people in there. Big fights.
Yeah. Just Buatsi.
And there's a load of good tests as well if you have to wait for like one of the
I just can't see Parker beating Buatsi.
Yeah, I think it's quite tough. It depends what version of Buatsi it is there, but if Buatsi actually wants to be back in it, it's quite hard to see him because Buatsi has had, fought other tough people that are in that list or in the group, isn't it?
I think Buatsi's, he's had a few promotional issues, hasn't he? Because he went to Boxer. And didn't really get the big fights that he should have got. But he's got a chance now. He's had Callum Smith. Now he's got Parker. Take care of Parker and he's back. He's straight back up there in that.
Yeah, he's back on the
But list. Again, same for Parker. If he beats Buatsi, he's
catapulted himself into that mix. Yeah, he's high on the WBO ranking, but really then you're in. And like I said, the obvious fight is Callum Smith because you're both beaten Buatsi, and then Buatsi's back.
Buatsi's he can be really cute, Buatsi. Mm-hmm. And I think that's, Callum Smith would say that.
He's got all the tools.
You think you're out of range against. I think you think you're out of range against Buatsi, and he'll catch you. He did that against Callum Smith quite a few times. I think Callum thought he was out of range, but Buatsi's got that little leap forward that's quite quick. That can,
he catches you with surprise, and that's always the dangerous punches in it. And then he's got pop behind it as well. So if he catches you with a pop, you're in danger. He's got all the tools. It's whether he puts them together. It's the mental bit I'm a bit unsure of if we're to get down.
And because his face doesn't give nothing away either, does it?
Literally, a poker face.
Literally, like you wouldn't want to play him in poker, would you? No.
You wouldn't know what the hell's going on.
I'm going to back my Buatsi.
Well, shall I give the odds first before we go? We got the odds is Buatsi is 4-25, so minus 630, which is pretty good favourite, and 4-1 plus 400 for Zach Parker. So it's quite a big upset for him to win. And on the predictions, I think they're pretty much with us. 100% Buatsi, 75 by KO and 25 by decision. I'm not sure it's that way 100%, is it? But that's quite... Although it does back up most of what we've said.
I just think... I think people are going, like I say, although Buatsi lost against Callum Smith, it was a fantastic performance.
I mean, Buatsi's the favourite. He's the one who knows he should be there. But I think Parker has got a chance.
I'm going to say Buatsi's going to come out with a bit between his teeth and really send a message home. And he's going to knock him out.
That's what we want to see.
Yeah, in the 5th round.
He's definitely back in the 5th round KO.
Yeah, for Buatsi. I think he's going to do it. I'm hoping, praying. Sorry, Zach, but I just think Buatsi's...
I go less and think really he's going to... No, I'm going to give it a bit more. I'm going to go 9th round.
Yeah, it's a good shout.
think he's going to take a bit. He always does take a bit.
I know, but I just don't think I think he's going to go in there and say, "Look, you're not on my level. Get out me ring." I want to see that.
I hope he does do that.
I think that'd be great.
Yeah. And that's no disrespect to Parker. I just think Buatsi is better, and I think he needs to show it.
Light heavyweight division, very, very quickly. Saw an article the other day. Bivol v Crawford, yes or no?
No.
Okay. I agree with you.
No, I'd love to see the fight. I just think it's not a very good matchup. I think that it'd be a brilliant fight, but I think there's better matchups for Bivol, and there's more for him to do in the light heavyweight division. And Crawford, I think there's more in the super middleweight. I think both of them have fights at their things. And if Bivol wants all the weight, like another weight, the middleweight is the one for him to go to. Or depending on how much he can cut or lose his weight, but middleweight would be the one. And I think Bivol really is more. There's more things. He's got a rematch against Beterbiev, really, and then you've got Benavidez there and the winner of these lots. So there's no shortage of big fights. So I don't think that one makes sense as much as anybody would like to make it. It's my longer answer to it, yeah. So let us know in the comments what you think of that Bivol versus Terence Crawford. Dimitri Bivol versus Terence Crawford. Let us know about this fight. What do you think? Are we being a bit too biased towards Buatsi, a bit too unkind to Zach Parker? Zach Parker fans, let us know what you think of this. And Buatsi fans as well, let us know what you think. What would you like to see? What do you think the outcome will be? What do you think of what we've said? Who would you like to see the winner of this fight next? And yeah, like, subscribe, and all the usual goodness.
Click the bell.
And yeah, click the bell so you get notified when we release new videos. And we shall see you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching and listening.